flag was still there. Oh, sinners, the star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Carr and our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Coppin State University and the Physical Education Complex for tonight's game between the UMBC Retrievers and your Coppin State University Eagles. And now, here are your starting lineups. First, the visiting Retrievers of UMBC. At guard, 6'2" and a junior from Missouri City, Texas, number 3, KJ Jackson. At guard, 6'4" and a freshman from London, England, number 11, R.J. Idlerock. At guard, 6'6" and a graduate student from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, number 13, Joe Sherburne. At guard, 6'5" and a junior from Durham, North Carolina, number 22, Ricky Council II. And at forward, 6'9" and a junior from Hooksett, New Hampshire, number 23, Max Curran. UMBC's Director of Recruiting and Program Development is Colby Lewis. The assistant coaches are Nate Dixon, Bryce Crawford, and Matt Henry. And the head coach of the UMBC Retrievers is Ryan Odom.
Personal goals, it's just a win for real. We work hard every day. Everything just coming together. So I got faith in this. Like, I'm confident that we're going to have a great year this year.
We got a lot in. That's something you can't lack on.
I'm excited because of our effort. Just keep competing.
Personal goals.
Yeah. Philly. Champions of the United States. We finally made it out them tripping in the hallelujah. Shots, boy. You a thotty, I won't cuff you like a cop, boy. No way. Ooh, I just cashed out. How the fuck you turn a bando to a glass house? How the fuck you get it to the 4 barrel out? Got the favorite Instagram ocean ass out. Hey. Big bag, talking Santa Claus. Got 3 boys out that Molly ripping panties off. Flying private to Dubai, we up them Zanny bars. Oh, scary, I was turning the cameras off, please.
Hey, one time on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3, one time. 4, 5, 6, 7.
And now, the starting lineup for your Coppin State University Eagles. At forward, 6'7" and a senior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 1, Chad Andrews Fulton. At the other forward, 6'8" and a senior from Kennesaw, Georgia, number 5, Cedric Council. At guard, 6'4" and a sophomore from Newport News, Virginia, number 2, Taquan Drummond. At guard, 6'2" and a sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, number 13, DeJuan Glacier. And at guard, 6'6" and a senior from Willingboro, New Jersey, number 22, Lamar Morgan.
Still praying he don't give me up.
Eagles Director of Basketball Operations Joseph Gripper. The assistant coaches Charles Agamagu. The associate coaches John Oslander. And the head coach of your Eagles is Juan Dixon.
Courtside after PEC tonight at Coppin State University. Todd Barley with you, and let's get a quick word with Juan Dixon.
Yeah, man, we're excited. We played extremely well last game. We're getting better each day in practice. We're looking forward to having a great home opener.
It's UMBC. It's 6 miles away, but it takes an hour plus in traffic to get here, and they're coming off a great year.
Yeah, well-coached basketball team. Coach Oldham really had those guys playing at a high level last year. They started the season strong. They lost a couple games in a row, so they're going to come out hungry tonight as well. We're looking forward to having a great showing. We just got to execute at a high level offensively, defensively, execute our principles, and be extremely disciplined.
It seemed like a James Madison game. The only thing missing was the finish.
Yeah, and hopefully we can compete like we did against JMU, but have a different outcome.
Keys to victory here at home in the home opener.
Transition defense, of course, executing offensively, valuing the basketball, and defending the three-point shot. They take a lot of threes. We got to be able to defend, be disciplined with our closeouts, contest every shot, and finish each defensive possession with a completion, which we like to talk about defensive rebounding.
Kern at Council to get it started, and Sed goes up the ladder, wins the opening tip. So there's the head coach, Juan Dixon, for a moment here before the tip tonight. Chad Andrews Fulton has it, head of the key. We're glad you're with us here on the Coppin State Sports Network. Ball screen handoff out of Clayton, 17 to shoot. Clayton coming left side. Kicks it out to Morgan. Gave it up to Clayton, top side of the right, 10 to shoot. Coming right of the Council screen. On the bounce coming left. DeJuan Clayton left of the lane, dumped it down to Council, and I believe he stepped along the baseline out of bounds. First possession ends in a turnover. Coppin State enters winless on the year in 8 tries. UMBC 4-4 after 8 games, most recently coming off a loss at Northern Kentucky, 78-60. Sherburne's got it. Now hands it up to Kern, head of the key. Now top side left, KJ Jackson on the catch, 15 to shoot. Reverse it off, head of the key. Dribble penetration for a moment by Curran. Now swings it back far side of the right. On the catch, it's Idle Rock, now back head of the key. It comes to Curran, 3 to shoot. He wants a 3, head of the key, rim it off, rebound to Drummond. Scoreless a minute gone by. Drummond stops, left elbow. Now hands it back to Morgan. Lamar on the bounce, head of the key. Now to Chad Andrews Fulton, head of the key. Hands it back to Morgan. He'll let fly with a 3 on the way. Good, Lamar Morgan. And Coppin's got an early 3-0 lead. Jackson on the run back, now enters the forecourt. A ball screen handoff. Now for Idle Rock, the 6'4 freshman. Drove a penetration left of the lane, got cut off. Now to Curran, head of the key. Comes to the elbow, now to the free throw line. Kicks it out right corner. Jackson wants an answer 3. Right of the rim, no good. Said the rebound, now outlet for Clayton. DeJuan to the forecourt. Approaches head of the key. Little hesitation dribble to his left, now backs it out and resets it. Out to the jump circle. Now hands it off high left to Council. Now back to Clayton. Kick out left corner to Drummond, 9 to shoot. DeQuan lined in a lane, got tangled up in traffic, and our first whistle of the night results in a UMBC foul on KJ Jackson. That's his first. Ryan Odom, his 3rd year at the helm at UMBC, 50 up and 28 down. He's the fastest in UMBC history to 50 wins. So now Drummond steps into the free throw line. First one's on the way, and it's good. The sophomore out of Newport News, Virginia, gives Coppin a 4-0 lead. Second one's on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound, KJ Jackson. Eagles up 4-0. As Idle Rock enters the forecourt. Top side left on the bounce. And we have a whistle and contact against Coppin. It's on Lamar Morgan. That's his first. RJ Idle Rock out of London, England. 6'4 freshman steps in to the free throw line. UMBC last year became the first ever 16 seed in the NCAA tournament to knock off a number 1. Free throw is good, makes it a 4-1 Coppin lead. second one's on the way, also good. So the 2 free throws cut the margin in half at 4-2 Coppin State. Morgan to inbound. Clayton now double team for a moment in the backcourt. Handles with the left hand. Down to the forecourt. Hands it up to Council, head of the key. Top side of the right to Morgan. Coming left of the screen. Give it back to Clayton. Now far side left to Drummond. High left feet. Andrews Fulton keeps it high. Defended by Sherburne. Gave it up to Drummond. Left hand runner will not drop because he's fouled. That's on Ricky Council, the second. Durham, North Carolina product. Picks up his first. So Coppin in the early going doing a nice job getting to the free throw line. Drummond, rim glass good. He's now 2 of 3 at the line to make it a 5-2 Coppin lead with 17.5 to go first half. Second one's good. Drummond now 3 out of 4 at the line. And it's a 4-point Coppin State lead at 6-2. Idle Rock with the handle, top side of the right. Coming to his left, finds Jackson, left wing behind the arc, taking Drummond off the bounce, he traveled. Morgan now to inbound, bouncing in now to Clayton. For the radio audience, UMBC is in a white uniform. Coppin in the home gold. Handoff left side, Clayton. 17 to shoot, he'll back it out and reset it 3 minutes in. Deep 3, head of the key is on the way and good. DeJuan Clayton's on the board. Make it a 9-2 Coppin lead. Idle Rock left of the lane, draws a double team, reversed it off to Sherburne. He's been shut off so far. Far side of the right, Council the second. Nearly turned it over. Kick out far side of the right, 12 to shoot, crowd coming to life. Jackson, skip past near side left. Curran hands it back to Sherburne. He wants a 3 and buries it. Makes it 9-5 Coppin State. Sherburne's 3 now moves him to 6th on the three-point list in UMBC history. On the takeaway by the Retrievers, they throw it away in transition. Jackson tried to hit Council the second. Near side left, it went out of bounds. That comes at 16-18 to go first half. Coppin up 9-5. Inbound comes to Clayton. He's defended by Jackson. Clayton out of the forecourt near the jump circle, coming right at the Council screen. Clayton on the bounce, back head of the key with 15 to shoot. High right feed to Chad Andrews Fulton, out of Clayton. Coming left of the screen, left of the lane fadeaways on the way, good. DeJuan Clayton. 11-5, Coppin by 6. 15:45 to go in the half. Idle Rock left side, now reversing up to Curran, head of the key. Thinking about a 3, comes near side up to Idle Rock. Comes back to his right to the head of the key. Step in 3 from the head of the key, over Council, rimming off to Morgan. Outlet now to Clayton. Clayton up the left side, stops, wants a 3, left of the rim and off. Andrews Fulton, offensive rebound. Swings it all the way back to the top. Clayton, right corner kick to Morgan for 3, it's on the way. Rim halfway down and out. Curran nearly took it with him out of bounds. It's last touched by Cedric Council. And it's UMBC basketball on the other side of the timeout. 15-19 to go in the opening half. Coppin State leads UMBC 11-5 on the Coppin State Sports Network. We return in 60 seconds. So the timeout on the floor. It's an 11-5 Coppin lead over UMBC. Rebounding margin to Coppin as well at 4-2. Each team with an assist. UMBC with one made field goal in the first nearly 5 minutes gone by. Coppin one assist on 3 field goals made. Retrievers ball coming right to left. Sherburne's got it, now gives it up to Idle Rock. Coppin made a change. They bring in Justin Steers, the 6'6 freshman, along with the graduate at 6'6 Kent Auslander. Clayton defending. KJ Jackson right side with 13 to shoot. Jackson skips it near side left corner. Idle Rock thought about a three, gave it back, and turning it over is Max Curran, the 6'9 junior, out of Hooksett, New Hampshire. UMBC tonight playing without Arkell Lamar, their 6'5 junior out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. He's a regular starter. And he is not playing tonight due, I believe, to injury. Andrews Fulton now head of the key. Steers on the catch. Now to Morgan. Step left three is on the way. Rim it off. Rebound KJ Jackson. Jackson in the forecourt. Steps left on Clayton. Swings it far side of the right. Council the second for three. Rim. Top of the backboard. And it comes down to Morgan. Ends up on the floor. And he got undercut by Curran. That's his first. Morgan wincing, coming the other way. Seems no worse for the wear. Auslander to inbound. Looks, swings it in. Left side now to Andrews Fulton. 2 bounces now to the forecourt. Picks up the dribble, looking for an outlet. Clayton with the ball screen. Catch going left. Now Clayton head of the key. Feeds it high left to Chad Andrews Fulton. Back to Clayton on the right side. 15 to shoot. DeJuan backs it out between the rings. Down to 10 to shoot. Clayton on the bounce, defended by Sherburne. Step right three is on the way, back of the rim, no good. Council to Jackson. And now Jackson backs it out. Thought about a three. Gave it up left corner now to Idle Rock. Spins left of the lane. Kicks it out far side of the right. 3 ball off that right wing is halfway down and out of the hand of Council the second. Clayton quickly the other way for Coppin State. Now for Steers. Steers backing his way in. Now lob to the top to Morgan. Lamar surveying the situation. Looking left, feeds it high left now to Andrews Fulton. Poked away from behind and stolen. On the run back, Jackson on the catch. Right side three is on the way. Right of the rim, no good. Clayton to the corner to track it down. Saves it in. Morgan with it now. And hands it off to DeJuan Clayton. Clayton head of the key. Feeds it off to Andrews Fulton. Turns right. Hands it off to Auslander, and coming through the screen defensively was Idle Rock. That's his first. Sam Schweitz is going to check in. 6'9", redshirt junior. For UMBC. He is joined now by Brandon Horvath. Coppin has reciprocated.
Hey, just 12, just.
And they brought in Eben Williams. Williams on the bounce, gave it up to Council to check back in. Left side, 3 ball is an air ball out of the hand of Justin Steers. Quickly, Jackson the other way, now to Sherburne. Bounce it, weak side left, stolen by Auslander. It was intended for Horvath. Auslander the kick out. Drummond turning right of the lane, fights one up, glass no good. Rebound Sherburne, but a whistle and what? That is a foul assessed to Joe Sherburne. That's his first. It comes at 12:45 to go in the half. Coppin up 11-5. DeQuayne Drummond back at the free throw line. He is now 4 out of 5 at the line. Makes it a 12-5 Coppin lead, matching their largest lead of the night at 7. Second one's on the way, good again. Drummond now 5 out of 6 to the line. 13-5. Coppin extends their lead, I should say, to 8 points at 13-5. Idle Rock, far side of the right. Horvath now head of the key. Hands it off to Sherburne, coming right at the screen. Defended by Drummond. He'll find Schweitz on the right side. 3-ball comes rimming off for Idle Rock. And on the rebound attempt by Drummond, he ends up spilled to the floor. It's going to stay with UMBC. Kick out to the far side, right? Horvath runs it in the lane. Waffled off the backboard by Steers on an emphatic block. Right side Drummond forgot the basketball. Williams had him wide open up the right side. That comes at 12:16 remaining opening half. Coppin up 13-5. Sherburne to Jackson. Jackson now to the forecourt. Swings it far side of the right. Now for Idle Rock. Now to Sherburne, head of the key. Here's side left. Jackson wants a 3. It's on the way, good. KJ Jackson's first field goal makes it a 13-8 Coppin lead. 11:50 and counting in the opening half. Williams head of the key, trying to use a counsel screen. Goes right to the lane, got cut off. Comes back to his left to the head of the key. Resets it with 13 to shoot. Williams breaking down his defender. Faces up, and it's an emphatic block by Schweitz. Tracked down by Oslander. 6 to shoot. Dribbles in, head of the key. Back of the rim, no, and the 3. Sherburne the handoff now to Jackson. Jackson on the run back. Taking Williams off the bounce, right of the lane. Dumped it down, and I believe it was deflected. Last touch by Coppin. And out of the timeout, it will be UMBC ball along the baseline when we come back. 11:23 to go in the half. Coppin State leads UMBC 13-8 on the Coppin State Sports Network. Back after this 60-second timeout.
Here's a video of 2 Coppin State students at Buffalo Wild Wings during their lunch break.
Bro, basketball season this year is going to be lit. All these new players we got, bro, they got people from Philly, New York. I think they even got somebody from Australia, bro. What? Australia.
I could have sworn I seen somebody that was like 8 feet. Bro.
8 foot? Yeah. Light skin boy to be.
Yeah.
Yo, it's gonna be crazy, man. Yo, definitely shout out to the basketball team, man.
Shout out to the basketball team,
yeah,
man.
You don't go to Coppin, you ain't popping either.
Straight away.
Out to the men's basketball team. Let's go Eagles. Hey, Coppin.
Don't forget to get in on the action.
Out of the timeout, Coppin with a 13-8 lead on UMBC. Again, the rebounding margin +2. Lamar Morgan tied for the game high with 3 rebounds with KJ Jackson. Glad you're with us here for the home opener. Coppin goes to Richmond on Wednesday. They'll come back home to face Tennessee State on Sunday. It's a 3 p.m. tip here at the PEC. Baseline inbound now for Sherburne. Lobs it top side of the right. Schweitz on the catch. Now for Jackson. Back to Sherburne. Feeds it inside, and Horvath got fouled on the way up. I believe it's on counsel. Check that. Chad Andrews Fulton with his first. Baseline inbound. It was a non-shooting foul. 20 to shoot. Lob comes in once again. Idle Rock with it. Bouncing off down to Sherburne. Turn around at the free throw line. The face-up goes rim glassing off to Oslander. Now for Clayton. DeWan on the bounce. Left of the lane. Kicked it out left corner. A 3 is on the way for Drummond. Rimming off. Rebound KJ Jackson. Jackson quickly into the forecourt, nearly lost the handle. Poked free by Oslander. Sherburne ends up with it, wants a three again. Rim, glass, rim, good. Sherburne's second three, give him 6. The margin is now 2 at 13-11. Coppin. Chad Andrews Fulton calling for it high left. Ball screen hand up back to Clayton. Clayton. Near side of the right to Council. Set a ball screen hand up back to Oslander. Oslander. Coming back to his left, line to the lane. Swings it inside. It's deflected. And here comes Jackson the other way. Stops head of the key. Swings it left side to Sherburne. Thought about a three. Takes Council off the bounce. Reversed it off head of the key. Running in the lane is going to be Ladder Rock, and he'll score to tie us at 13. Ladder Rock now with 4, even at 13. 8 unanswered by UMBC. Clayton on the bounce. Now head of the key. Halfway through the first half. 15 to shoot. Clayton picked up the bounce. Looking, still looking. Finds Chad Andrews Fulton head of the key. Hands it back to Clayton. Clayton going left of the lane. Faces, fires, rimming off. And Coppin has gone ice cold from the field. Jackson on the bounce. Thought about a three. Skips it out far side of the right. Idle Rock with it. Bounce it down far block. Schweitz going to work. Back to the top to Idle Rock. Now to Horvath. Far side of the right. Schweitz saved in by Chad Andrews Fulton. Now to Horvath. Sets the feet. Wants a three. Rim glassing off. Drummond had the rebound and got knocked free. Sherburne diving to the floor. Knocked it out of bounds far side. Lamar Morgan comes back for Coppin State. He replaces Ken Oslander. Even at 13 with 9:17 to go in the opening half. Inbound to Clayton. He'll come across the time stripe. Now to the forecourt. Hands it up to Council. Council high right now to Morgan. Back to Clayton. Far side left now to Drummond. Now to Andrews Fulton left of the lane. Holds it high. Now faces up. 10 to shoot. Take Sherburne off the bounce line to the lane. They're going to call an offensive foul. I don't believe so. That's Chad's second. Horvath in the inbound now for Idle Rock, UMBC. A chance to take their first lead on this trip down the floor, tied at 13. Horvath on the catch, dribbles right. Ball screen handoff, comes back to Sherburne. Sherburne, top side left. They'll feed it down to Schweitz, down to Jackson. Skips it off head of the key, right side Sherburne. Post entry feed to the far block to Schweitz. Reverse it off head of the key. Idle Rock wants a three, high off the back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound. DeJuan Clayton comes away with it. Now to the forecourt, crossover dribble, hands it off to Andrews Fulton. Step in three from the head of the key, good. Philly makes it 16-13 Coppin. Idle Rock's got it, far side of the right, now to Jackson. Jackson wants an answer triple on the way, and it's a long two. Coppin retains a 1-point lead at 16-15. KJ Jackson now with 5 in the opening half, which has less than 8 minutes to go in it. Clayton goes top side of the right. Hands it off to Andrews Fulton going left. Shuffles it back to Morgan. He wants a fadeaway three. Air ball wide to the right. Steers, tracks it down, turns left, blocked, but fouled on the way up. Foul is on Horvath. That's his first. 5th on UMBC as a team, and it brings us to the under 8 media timeout. 7:43 to go in the opening half. It's now Coppin in front of UMBC 16-15. We're back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. 16-15, Coppin leads UMBC. Rebounding margin now +4 to the Eagles at 13-9. However, 6-4 turnover margin. So it's -2. Take the rebounds and the assists and turnovers. It's a net of +2. Justin Steers stepping in at the free throw line. First one for Steers is on the way. Back of the rim, no good.
Step up, Just. Step up.
Freshman out of Greater Hope Christian Academy, Philadelphia product. Second one's on the way, and he'll split a pair. First bench point of the night for Coppin State makes it 17-15 Eagles. Closing in on 7.5 to go in the first half. Sherburne's got it between the rings. Takes it far side of the right. 3-ball on the way. That's good. Splash it down for Jose Placer. That gives UMBC their first lead at 18-17. UMBC dressing just 9 scholarship players tonight. Anders Fulton on the handoff. Now for Morgan. Picked it up after a dribble. Bounce it back to Chad. 9 to shoot. He'll back his way in on Sherburne. Right of the lane. Right hand hook. Rim and off. Tap followed by Steers over everybody. And it's good. Justin Steers puts Coppin back on top at 19-18. He's just a freshman. He doesn't know any better with hops like that. My goodness. Horvath with it. Head of the key. Swings it. Near side of the left. Placer. Head of the key. Deep three. Curran. Back of the rim. No. Rebound. Oslander. Hands it off to Clayton. Clayton on the bounce. Left of the lane. In the lane. Swings it right corner. Back to Oslander it goes. Line. Lane. Shovels it down with a no-look. Anders Fulton. Count it. And 1. Anders Fulton now with 5, looking for 6 at the free throw line. And the foul's on Max Curran. That is his second. That brings Sam Schweitz back in to replace Max Curran. Coppin up 21-18 after UMBC went up 18-17. Quick little 4-0 answer by the Eagles. Rim, top of the glass, and good. Philly's coming off after the 3-point play. 22-18 Coppin. Nice 5-0 answer, fellas. Keep it rolling. Up by 4, 6:20 to go in the half. Far side of the right, Jackson. He looks, finds Horvath head of the key. Near side left to Schweitz. He looks, still looking. 15 to shoot. Back to Jackson, left corner, defended by Clayton. Step back, left corner, 3 is on the way. Rim, it rattled out. Great look, it didn't drop. Morgan another rebound, now for Clayton. Up the left side, Steers is feeling it. Takes his man off the bounce, steps in back behind the arc for 3. Good. Make it a long 2, his foot was on the line. Steers now with 5. 24-18, the run is 7-0. Jackson with it, hands it back to his right, 3-ball comes rimming off. And now Clayton will march it left to right. Bounce it off right to Council. Top side left, Clayton. Reverse it off left corner, now to Oslander. 15 to shoot. They'll give it back to Steers. He'll face up. Now swing it back to Morgan. 9 to shoot. Morgan going opposite the screen. Got caught in a double team, and he's called for an offensive foul. Lamar picks up his second. That comes at 5:14 to go in the half. Right to left. Placier's got it. He hit a big three earlier to give UMBC their first lead of the game at 18-17. Schweitz has it into the key. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Topping up by 6 at 24-18. Right side penetration. Horvath got it and one as Morgan went up to block it. And I believe in the process picked up his third. Makes it 24-20. Morgan's done for the half with 4:55 remaining. Jackson checks out. Idle Rock's back on. Horvath stepping in line left, trying to complete a three-point play. On the year, 66% at the line. His 51st free throw attempt is on the way and good. Horvath now with three, 24-21, Coppin by three, 4:55 to go in the half. Clayton high right now, give it up to Steers. Back to Drummond, back to Clayton, left side behind the arc. DeWan off the bounce, right of the lane, got stuck. Back to Oslander with 15 to shoot. Kent will reset it. And I believe we're going to get a moving screen on Steers. That's his first. So with 4:36 to go in the half, UMBC a chance to tie with a three. Bounce comes into Placer. Placer now approaches head of the key. Bounce it off high left to Council. On the catch, Horvath, far side of the right to Placer. 18 to shoot. Takes Drummond off the bounce, right of the lane. Fights one up, glass and good. He's got 5, 24-23, Coppin by 1. 4:13 to go in the half. Clayton on the bounce, approaching head of the key. Looks left, dribbles left. And now backs it out with 15 to shoot. Clayton on the orbit, dribble head of the key. Crosses over, steps back, wants a three, and buries it. Clayton's got 8 in the opening half. 27-23, Coppin. 3:40 to go in the half. Horvath picked up the bounce high right, and I believe dragged the pivot foot. That's a travel. Well, this late arriving crowd continues to fill in, and it also brings us to a timeout on the floor with 3:40 to go in the opening half. It is now Coppin State 27, UMBC 23. Back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. (27-23), Coppin State leads UMBC, and they're doing it on the glass as well, fans. 17-9, Coppin advantage on the boards. 8-5, however, in the turnover column. 3 assists on 8 made field goals for Coppin State. 4 of 8 on the assist to field goal ratio for UMBC. So out of the under 4 media timeout, Oslander to inbound. Clayton again is double teamed. Does a little arrow route to create some space to his left. And is defended now by Otto Rock as he crosses the time stripe into the forecourt. Chad Andrews Fulton on the catch. Now to Oslander, top side left. Looks left, looks right. 2 dribbles, hands it off to Clayton. 13 to shoot. Dewan goes opposite the screen, lobs it inside for Chad Andrews Fulton, and it's deflected away. Placer up the left side, Horvath right to the rack, left it short. Battle for the loose ball, and I believe Clayton had it out of bounds. He did, with the baseline official coming running in. Sherburne's back on, Horvath will check out. 3:12 to go in the half, Coppin by 4, 27-23. Off the inbound. They get it in far side of the right. Council wants a three and rattles it home. Ricky Council the second with his first field goal makes it 27-26, Coppin by 1. Under 3 to go. Clayton on the bounce. Now for Council. Hands it off to Clayton. Clayton coming right to left. Now reverse it right corner. Drummond now to Council. Council turns into Schweitz. Got into the doorstep. Fights it up with the right hand and scores. Sed's first field goal makes it a 29-26 Coppin lead. 2:40 to go. Placer now far side of the right. Sherburne's calling for a screen. Schweitz pops out and on a catch out of the key. Facing up on Chad Andrews Fulton. Near side left. It comes back to Placer. Placer on the bounce. That ball was kicked. Shot clock still sitting at 30. Chad Andrews Fulton now checks out, replaced by Steers. Shot clock now down to 10. They'll split it and go to 15. Council to check in to inbound the basketball right in front of the broadcast location. Now they're going to put it to 20.
Hey, start talking now. Talk.
Inbound comes to Placer. Placer trying to go right on Dewan Clayton, right to the doorstep. Glass, no, but an emphatic foul committed by Coppin State. That's on Steers denying the attempt. That's his second. And Placer knocks down 2 free throws. Give him 7 points, make it 29-28. Coppin State. Inbound stolen by Horvath. Finds Sherburne left of the lane, dribbles to his right, floats it up and scores. Sherburne puts UMBC on top at 30-29. Sherburne now with 8. Under 2 to go in the half. Top side left Steers. Taking Sherburne off the bounce, runs him left of the lane, and a blocking foul called on Sherburne. That'll be his second. Even Williams now at the scorer's table. He's set to check in. I believe he's coming to get Steers. First one's on the way. It's good. Steers now with 6. Coppin pulls even at 30. Steers with the free throw make here can put Coppin back on top. And he does just that. 31-30. On our 4th lead change to go along with a tie. 1:50 to go in a half. Idle Rock had it, lost it, gave it up to his right now to Council to second. Back to Idle Rock on the right wing behind the arc, defended by Oslander. Placer's got it coming left to the Horvath screen. Got pinned at the free throw line near the left elbow. Back to Horvath, 8 to shoot. Gallops right of the lane, fights one up, rim no good. Drummond over everybody for the rebound. Going to the forecourt. Under 90 seconds to go in the half. 80 seconds to go. Drummond on the bounce. Picked it up. Hands it off to Steers. Faces up on Sherburne. Step right, long two, rim and off. Battle for the rebound, tracked down by Williams. 65 seconds to go in the half. Bounce it back to Steers. Top side left to Williams. Feeds it left to the lane to Sed. Runs it up, rim no, but a whistle and a foul. That foul's on Idle Rock. That's his second. Comes with 59.7 to go in the opening half. Sed's first free throw is good. 32-30, Coppin. Second one's on the way, front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Horvath.
Hey, let's be solid.
And Coppin has a 32-30 lead in the final minute. Reversing off to Sherburne, taking Oslander left of the lane. Got caught in the lane, kicks it out far side of the right, coming back to his left in the lane, fighting it up as Horvath, rim it off. Loose ball, last touch by Steers, out of bounds. Sherburne off the inbound from the baseline. Keep an eye on him once he gets 2 feet inbounds. Horvath on the lob catch in between the rings. Far side of the right to Council the second. Got bumped off on the dribble by Drummond. Now headed the key. Idle Rock's got it. Jump stop in the lane. Swings the right corner to Council. Council out of that right corner. Back of the top. Lacer's got it. Coming left with 13 to shoot. Feeds it baseline left to Idle Rock. Got 2 defenders off their feet. Rim and off. Rebound Council. Shot clock turned off. Game clock to 17 and counting. Coppin can get a last look here at the end of the half. Williams on the catch with 12, 11, 10, 9. In the jump circle. Williams left with 7. Down to 6. Coppin goes 1-4 flat across the baseline. Right side. Oslander deep 3. Rim and off. And the rebound to UMBC as the first half horn sounds. At the end of the first 20 minutes, Coppin State leads UMBC 32-30. On the radio side, we're back after a brief timeout with the sounds of the opening half, and then very special guest coming up here courtside at the PEC on the Coppin State Sports Network. That's next. Joined courtside now momentarily by assistant coach Charles Agamagu. Got that right. How about it?
Hey, man. Great job on the first try.
How about the effort in the opening half by the Eagles?
It's a great job, but we know a game is 40 minutes. One of our mottos is one stop at a time, one score at a time, one half at a time, one game at a time. So we've put one half together. We need to put another one together and keep getting better. Margin in the opening half for either team was no larger than 3 possessions. Is that really where you think this game is going to finish in the final 20? Absolutely. We think we can compete with anybody. And, of course, UMBC, we know their story from last year. They're a really good team, really well-coached team. But we feel like we're a good team as well, and we're well-coached. So if we do what we need to do and defend at the level we can defend, the offensive side of it is going to take care of itself. Sherburne was held to 8 in the opening half. How do you keep that same effort going in the second half to keep him held down? It's just a simple matter of being locked into the game plan and understanding personnel. Know what he wants to do, know what he likes to do, and take it away. I think we're prepared. Just got to put another half together. Appreciate the time, Charles. Good luck in the second half, brother. Thank you, brother. There it is. I got it right on the first time. Agamagu. That's my guy right there. DC, by the way, is in the on-deck circle. And you don't keep the cleanup guy waiting. I got news for you. When you got the power hitter in the 4 spot in the lineup, you don't keep him waiting at all. DC, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year in terms of basketball. Happy Thanksgiving. Everything.
I know the record is not indicative of the effort that Coppin has put in to this point. You got to take a lot of solace out of that road. Even though it was an OT loss at James Madison, they're there at the end, had a lead in the second half. The finish wasn't what they wanted.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, as you go through this tough stretch of the season and these tough games, and then you have to figure out how to win. And oftentimes it takes the little things to get that win, and that's what hopefully we'll learn from the James Madisons. I'm going to include the Navy game, and hopefully this evening we'll see a different outcome.
In the Navy game, it seemed like there was a stretch of 4, 5, 6 minutes there in the second half where what seemed to be going well up until that point just stopped.
It did. It did. We were down 2 at the half, and as I watched the first half, I had the feeling that the second half we would really take control and do what to do what we need to do to win the contest. And it turned out that it didn't happen, and you know, Navy we're going to shoot the ball well anyway, but they made some shots, and we just didn't make plays. So, you know, each year is a different team, and although we have a lot of returnees back, a little bit different chemistry, DeJuan back and trying to get the chemistry in order. But I think this is a good sign today. It's good to be home. It's good to be playing at home.
Well, 2 out of the next 3 here at home.
Sure. And that's going to help us out a little bit. And hopefully these outcomes will be in our favor.
That's if Mother Nature cooperates on Sunday.
Don't tell me that. Really?
I have no control over the weather.
Well, yeah, we don't need that. For a lot of reasons, we don't need that.
And then you look ahead, and that conference opener just after the new year will be here before we know it.
Yeah, that's when the fun starts. And all these games we play up to this point is really in preparation for conference competition. So, you know, we expect to perform well in the conference. Coach Dixon's second year, he has a feel of what the teams are doing and how to play in the conference. So we're excited about that.
This is our first chance to visit in a long time since really our time in Norfolk last year at the MEAC tournament. How much solace did Juan and the guys and the returners take out of the fact that, you know, guys, with 6 minutes to go in the game, you had the eventual tournament champion in a spot to beat them?
Yeah. I mean, there are tons of lessons that this team has experienced, and we keep saying, though, at some point you have to, you know, you talk about learning lessons, but then you have to execute how to win the game. But certainly playing North Carolina Central to such a tough game, and unfortunately the second half was a little different than the first half, and, you know, we didn't get the outcome we wanted. So we got to grow up. We got to start winning some games.
How about the crowd tonight?
It's good to be home. Our students are engaged in the fact that, you know, we're winning. So, you know, there's been a lot of talk about this upcoming basketball season, and people have been excited about it. Unfortunately, we played so many games away. We're going to fix that in the future, too. We're going to kind of put some tweaks in that schedule, that we're playing a couple of more home games and try to get this campus and the community a little more engaged in what we're doing.
Appreciate the time as always. Looking forward to our visits,
Absolutely.
Maybe Sunday and, of course, in the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you for what you do, and we thank everyone for supporting Coppin State, and we want everyone to continue to support Coppin State University.
That's the athletic director here at Coppin State, Derek Carter. We're back with more of the halftime show after this on the Coppin State Sports Network. That court's out of the PEC here at Coppin State University. At the half, Coppin leads UMBC 32-30. Don't ask the scoreboard right now, it won't tell you. The only thing working right now is the clock. Individually for UMBC in the opening half. Sam Schweitz on time, it didn't tally. Horvath with 3. Lacer with 7. For the starters, Kern was held scoreless. Council the second with a 3. Otto Rock with 4. KJ Jackson with 5. For Coppin off their bench, Williams and Auslander saw time, didn't score. Justin Steers with a bench high of 7. For the starters, everybody has scored. Morgan and Council each with 3. Drummond with 5 free throw makes. Chad Andrews Fulton with 6. DeJuan Clayton has a game high of 8. Largest margin either way was 8 points at 13-5 Coppin. In the opening half, 4 lead changes and a tie. UMBC is 10 of 28 from the field, 35.7%, 5 of 17 from 3, that's 29.4%. They're perfect at the line, 5 for 5. Coppin is 9 of 22, that's 40.9% from the floor, 4 of 13 from 3, 30.8%, 10 of 13 at the line at 76.9%. Rebounding margin plus 7 to Coppin at 20-13. Morgan and Auslander each with 4 boards. UMBC has 5 assists, 5 turnovers. Coppin, 3 assists, 10 turnovers. At the break, it is Coppin State leading UMBC 32-30. We're back after a 2.5-minute timeout with the second half of the Coppin State Sports Network. Getting set to start second half. Coppin State has a 32-30 lead on UMBC here in the home opener for the Eagles. Coppin goes on the road to Richmond on Wednesday for a 5 o'clock tip. Then home against Tennessee State Sunday at 3. Coppin brings back Clayton, Council, Morgan, Drummond, and Chad Andrews Fulton.
Come on. Off rip, come on.
UMBC will bring back Idle Rock, Sherburne, Council the second, Jackson in the near right corner closest to me, and Curran. Idle Rock on the bounce, and the shot clock held at 30. Game clock's 5 seconds gone in the second half. Easy Masters, that's 25. Flawless. Sideline inbound for Council the second. Inbound comes to Jackson, comes left to the screen, left wing behind the arc. Now to Sherburne, head of the key. Sherburne going left, kicks it out left of the lane. Gave it up to Idle Rock. Now to Sherburne, top side of the right to Council. 10 to shoot, back head of the key. 3 ball on the way, back of the rim, no for Jackson. Loose ball tapped around. Council saves it in. Coppin's got numbers the other way. Clayton now backs it out left of the jump circle. Swings it up to Andrews Fulton, now back to Clayton. Clayton looking, feeds it off to Morgan. Now back to Clayton. Coming left. Reverse it off now to Morgan. Deep 3 on the way. Front of the rim, no good. Council tried to tip the rebound free, and Curran came away with it. Now for Jackson. Runs it right of the lane. Out of Idle Rock. Your side left. Sherburne. Penetration move. Skip it through the lane. Right side Council the second for 3. It's on the way and good. His second 3 gives him 6. UMBC on top, 33-32. 18:45 to go. Bounce it off to Chad Andrews Fulton, left elbow. Looking back door. Now takes a dribble. Ball screen handoff out of Clayton. He wants an answer 3. It's on the way. Rim halfway down and out. Chad Andrews Fulton battling for the rebound. Won by Sherburne. Now for Jackson. Bounce it off to the doorstep to Curran. Tough catch. He fumbled it. Drummond explodes. Line lane, no good. Andrews Fulton had it, lost it. Last touch by the Retrievers, out of bounds. Off the inbound, Clayton looking at Morgan to his left, lobs it into Andrews Fulton, left of the lane. Facing up on Sherburne. Looks back door, now picks up the dribble. Now to Drummond in between the rings. Drummond coming left wing behind the arc, defended by Sherburne. Takes him in the lane. Line to the lane. Glass and good to Quayne Drummond. His first field goal gives him 7 in the game. 34. 33 Coppin. Skip pass now for Idle Rock. Idle Rock left of the lane. And he'll score with the right hand. Idle Rock now with 6. 35-34 UMBC. 17 and a half to go. Far side right, Chad Andrews Fulton. Hands it off down to Drummond. Drummond, head of the key. Steps into a long 2. It's on the way, back of the rim. No, Andrews Fulton had it and lost it. They'll tap it out now to Council the second. Hands it off to a trailing Jackson, partially blocked by Morgan. Council the loose ball. And outlet now for Clayton. Clayton up the right side out of Drummond. Drummond skips it, near side left to Morgan. Coming back left of the lane. Tried to spin back to his right, nearly fell down. A fade away off his back foot, rimming off. Rebound to Curran, now for Jackson. Jackson to the doorstep. Got 2 defenders off their feet. They'll kick it out to Idle Rock. He thought about a 3. And that long 2 is on the way and good by Idle Rock. 37-34 UMBC. Chad Andrews Fulton on the catch. High right. Now back to Council, head of the key. Far side of the right to Clayton. He wants a three. It's on the way. Rim it off. Rebound, Council to second. Into the forecourt, now to Jackson. Jackson reverse it off. Sherburne wants a three. It's good. Sherburne now with 11. 40-34 UMBC, their largest lead of the night. And with nearly 4 minutes gone in the second half, timeout Coppin State. 16:03 to go in the second half. It's now UMBC 40, Coppin State 34. Back after a 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network.
Attends Coppin part-time and enjoys the affordability and supportive environment. Kazim wants to change careers and finds that Coppin provides the flexibility he needs to keep working while getting that second degree. Coppin State University, something different to everyone, something special for you.
So out of the Coppin timeout, 40-34 UMBC. Oslander and Steers are back in for the Eagles. Oslander to inbound. UMBC in the opening half trail 27-23. Since that point forward, 17-7. And the Retrievers now lead by 6, their largest lead of the game. Oslander on the inbound now for Andrews Fulton. Hands it off to his left. Williams is also checked back in for Coppin State. Not Andrews Fulton. He got hip checked by Curran. That's his third. And we have a timeout on the floor with 15:56 to go. Schweitz is checking back in for UMBC. On this side of the timeout, it remains 40-34 UMBC leading Coppin State. Back after the 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. So on the immediate timeout, 40-34 UMBC. 15:56 to go. Williams to inbound from the baseline. Lobs it into Andrews Fulton. Gave it back to Williams, coming to his right. Now at the left elbow, backs it out, head of the key. Coming left of the lane, turns around, floats one up, good. Evan Williams makes it 40-36. UMBC with the lead, and answer three by Council the second. Deep out of the right side. 43-36. Retrievers by 7. 4.5 minutes into the second half. Bounce it down to Andrews Fulton, high right. Gives it up to Williams. Williams coming to his left, now back to his right, back to his left, now head of the key to Steers. Steers taking his man off the bounce, almost traveled. Right side Williams, right side Oslander in the corner, 6 to shoot. Hands it off to Andrews Fulton, back to Oslander, turning left to the free throw line, faces, and Schweitz got a piece of it, hit the front of the rim, no good. Up the left side, Council the second, leaves it for a trailing Jackson, now head of the key to Sherburne. Sherburne right of the lane, reverse it off far side left, now for Council the second. Back to Otto Rock, near side right corner 3, Sherburne, rim, top of the glass, no good. Rebound Andrews Fulton. Into the forecourt now to Williams. Now to Andrews Fulton. Andrews Fulton left of the lane. Ball screen hand up back to Oslander. Bounce it off to Andrews Fulton, going strong out of the double team. Rim, no, but a whistle and a foul, I believe, on Sam Schweitz. That's his first. It comes at 14:26 to go.
Eben.
First one's on the way. It's good. Chad's got 7, make it 43-37, UMBC.
Hey, Just, who you got? Call out who you got.
Second one's on the way. Lip the rim and off. 43-37, UMBC. Jackson on the bounce. Takes it right of the lane. Ducks in right of the lane. Now bounce it off through the lane. Picked off by Oslander. Oslander on the run back. Hands off on a ball screen now to Drummond. Drummond. Far side right corner now for Oslander. Top side of the right now for Steers. Steers on the bounce. Takes it right of the lane. And we have a traveling violation on the freshman. That comes at 13:51 to go.
Justin,
UMBC up by 6. Jackson out of the jump circle. High right now to Council the second. Gives it off to Schweitz. Otto Rock turns left, reversing off to Sherburne. Bounces down to the doorstep to Schweitz. Kicks it out left corner. Council the second wants another 3. It's good again. His 4th 3 of the game gives him 12 points. And makes it 46-37. UMBC now by 9. That comes at 13:20 to go. Williams to Steers, right side 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Drummond. Drummond backs it all the way out and tweaks something. Timeout Coppin. And Drummond now seated right in front of me. Don't know if that's a cramp or what, but Drummond out of the blue just crumpled right in front of the broadcast location. He'll be helped to his feet. So we'll step out for a quick 30 on the Coppin State Sports Network. Won't play doctor on the radio or TV, but that to me appears to be a Charlie horse, and thankfully that is all that it is for Taquain Drummond. Williams with the handle. Left of the lane, tried to kick it for Oslander. It was deflected by UMBC out of bounds. Williams on the bounce. Gave it up to Andrews Fulton. Nearly lost the handle. 8 to shoot. Got it back right to the lane. Shovels it back down to Morgan. Morgan lined to the lane. Got held on the way by no call. Oslander out of the corner for a three. Good at the horn. Oslander's first three pulls Coppin within 6 at 46-40. And a foul in transition on Evan Williams. That's his first. Council and Clayton coming back for Coppin State. Williams and Steers will check out. Inbound comes to Jackson. Far side left, bounce it off. Sherburne left of the lane, going to work on Morgan. Swings it back top side of the right. Otto Rock wants a three, rim it off. Battle for the rebound. Schweitz runs it down. Gave it up to a cutting Otto Rock, and he scores. 48-40, UMBC. Clayton coming left of the screen, and it's an illegal screen by Council. That's his first. It comes at 12:09 to go, second half. Council the second checks out. Brandon Horvath is back on. Inbound comes to Jackson. Jackson on the bounce. Turns it right to left to the head of the key. Stops inside the free throw line. Now kicks it back out. Idle Rock on the right side. Bounce it off into the lane to Schweitz. Kicks it top side left now for Sherburne. 12 to shoot. Jackson on the bounce between the rings with 7. Down to 6. Takes it left to the lane. Skip past right side. Otto Rock wants the jumper. It's good. He's got 12. Margin is 10 at 50-40. UMBC. 11.5 to go. Deflected. And now Jackson with the takeaway. Runs it back on Clayton. Goes strong to the rack and scores. (52-40) UMBC. Clayton wants a timeout with 11:16 to go. And UMBC has now opened up a 12-point lead at 52-40. We're back after a 30-second timeout, which is extended to a full on the Coppin State Sports Network. At the half, Coppin State led UMBC 32-30. In the second half, UMBC now outscoring the Eagles 22-8. They lead 52-40. Rebounding margin now closing down to +4, 25-21 Coppin. Turnover margin 13-7 Coppin. $11:16 to go. Oslander from the sideline to inbound. Looking. Gets it into Council. It's off his leg and into the Coppin bench. Horvath on the inbound now for Jackson. Jackson on the bounce. Give it up to Horvath. He wants a three. It's on the way. Good. Horvath now with 6. 55-40. 9 unanswered by UMBC. Clayton with it, head of the key, coming left to Chad Andrews Fulton, kicking out right side. Oslander wants an answer. 3, it's on the way. Rim glass, no good. Tapped out to Jackson. Jackson on the run back, swings it top side left to Sherburne. Left corner, Horvath, another 3. Rim it off to Morgan. Lamar's been held to a 3-point field goal in the opening half. Clayton, left side penetration, skipping out Oslander. Back to Morgan, deep 3, right side. Back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound comes down to Coppin. Now Clayton with it top side left. Clayton on the bounce. Back into the key now to Andrews Fulton. Ball screen hand off to Oslander. Oslander takes it right. Reverse it off to Clayton. Top side left to the free throw line. Back to Oslander. A 3 ball on the way. Good again. Oslander now with 6. 55-43 UMBC with 9:55 to go. Kick it out right side. Idle Rock. Gave it inside. Rim it off on the jumper by Curran. Rebound to Coppin. Here comes Oslander. Bounce it weak side of the right to Clayton. Right side Council. He wants a 3. Right of the rim, no good. Rebound Andrews Fulton. Glass, no good. Council in traffic. Throws one up to the rim. No, but a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Otto Rock, that's his 3rd. So now Sed will step in line to my left on TV. That's line to the right. That comes at 9:29 to go. First free throw for Council's on the way and good. Give him 4 points, make it 55-44. UMBC. Second one back of the rim, no good. 11-point retriever lead and the ball. Placer checks back in. He's got it high left. Now to Horvath, top side right. Gave it up to Curran, near side right of the lane. Going baseline right on Andrews Fulton, got cut off. Back to Placer with 12 to shoot. And off the ball, an illegal screen called. On UMBC. Otto Rock picks up his 4th. He immediately checks out. Council the seconds back in to get him. 9:10 to go. Coppin down 11 at 55-44. Off the inbound, Steers gives it up to Oslander, top side right. Now to Clayton. Clayton hands it off to Andrews Fulton, head of the key. Chad goes left to the lane, jump stop into lane, draws a defender, fights it up and scores. Andrews Fulton now with 9. Coppin back within 9 at 55-46. 8:44 to go. Placer's got it. Little hesitation dribble left in the lane. Back to Sherburne, top side left. Coming back to his right. Thought about a turnaround. Instead gave it up to Curran for 3. Rim it off. Rebound to Oslander. Quickly to Clayton. Out of the forecourt. Top side of the right. Takes his man off the bounce. Put him to the floor. Clayton. Back iron. No good. Rebound Horvath. Horvath took a glancing blow in the chops. Placer's got it now in the jump circle. Under 8 minutes to go. Horvath, top side of the right now to Placer. Bounce it down now to Sherburne. Sherburne facing up on Oslander. Skip pass, far side left. Horvath catch and fire 3. Rimming off to Oslander. Back to the forecourt. Oslander turns left of the lane, hands it off to Clayton, coming back to his right. Now between the rings, 15 to shoot. Clayton on the bounce, taking Sherburne, left of the lane, bounce it down to the doorstep, picked off. Steers gets it back, turns right, rim no, but a whistle and a foul. The foul is on Placer, that's his first. And And it brings us to the under 8 media timeout. 7:25 to go. It's now UMBC leading Coppin State 55-46. Back after this timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. (55-46) UMBC by 9, 7:25 to go. Here's the stat of the game, folks. 14 turnovers for Coppin, 8 for UMBC. The points off turnovers, 25-11 UMBC. And with a 9-point margin, that is the difference in the game, obviously. So Justin Steer stands in at the free throw line, trying to get Coppin closer. Down 9 with 7:25 to go. And the first one's good. Makes it 55-47 UMBC. Lip the rim and off. So Steer split a pair. Keeps it 55-47 UMBC. Kick out right side. 3-ball hits the back iron, no good.
Let's go.
For Placer. Top side left, Williams with the handle. Now to Oslander. Right side Council. Back head of the key. Council with it, near side left. Morgan gave it up to Oslander, runs the baseline, kicks it out right corner to Steers. 8 to shoot. Steers on the bounce. Gives it up to Williams, left side 3, and he bottomed it out. Evan Williams now with 5. Coppin within 5 at 55-50. 6:20 to go. Jackson runs in the lane, threw it away. Intended for Schweitz. Morgan going right to the glass, left it short, and we got a blocking foul to bail him out. Horvath can't believe it. Even Morgan shaking his head in disbelief at the free throw line. Coppin will take it. They're trying to get it to a one-possession game, down by 5 at 55-50. 6:15 to go. First one's on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Here comes Sherburne to get Horvath. Second one's on the way. It's good. Morgan split a pair. Give him 4 points in this game, and it makes it 55-51 UMBC. Morgan's coming off. Drummond's back on. Placer's got it top side of the right. Now for Jackson. Williams knocked it free. Jackson goes and gets it. 15 to shoot. Jackson dumps it inside, picked off by Council. Intended for Schweitz. Williams, lane, trying to back it out. And he got his pocket picked by Jackson. Runs it down and gives it up to Council, who dunks it. 57-51, UMBC. Inbound to Drummond. Drummond now to the jump circle. Hands it off high left to Council. Council, a ball screen hand up to Oslander. Oslander backs it out with the right hand. Left to the jump circle. Steps it left to the lane, fades away, rim it off. Rebound Sherburne. Into the forecourt now to Jackson. Jackson up the left side. Now to the right corner. Gave it up to Placer. Top side of the right to Sherburne. Gave it up down to the doorstep to Schweitz. Back to Sherburne, 12 to shoot. Fights one up, glass and good. Sherburne with 13. 59-51 UMBC. Williams picks up the bounce. Top side of the right now to Drummond. Drummond, head of the key, turns it left to the lane, kicked it out to Oslander. He wants a three, came up empty. Placer with it, now to the forecourt, gave it up to Sherburne, runs it up and scores with the left hand. Sherburne with 15, 10-point margin at 61-51 UMBC. Williams on the bounce, high right to Steers. Steers faces up, 18 to shoot. Right side Drummond going baseline right, and a blocking foul called on Placer. That's his second. Chad Andrews-Fulton and Lamar Morgan check back in for Coppin State. Max Curran's coming back, replacing Schweitz for UMBC. Morgan's coming to get Drummond. Oslander was replaced by Andrews-Fulton. Drummond now with 8 with that free throw makes it 61-52. Second one lift the rim and off. And do we have an over-the-back call on Steers? I believe we might. Keeps it a 9-point UMBC lead. Steers with his third. Sherburne on the inbound now for Jackson. Jackson gave it up to Placer. Sherburne near side left, gave it up to Jackson. Gave it back to Curran. He almost fell out of bounds. Now for Sherburne. Back to Placer. 10 to shoot. Placer turns right, and we got contact on Williams. Evan with his second. That brings us to the under 4 media timeout. It comes at 3:47 to go with UMBC in front of Coppin State 61-52. Back after this 60-second timeout on the Coppin State Sports Network. Coppin trailed 55-40 here in the second half, and then ripped off 11 straight to cut it to 4 points at 55-51. Since that point, 6-1 UMBC to lead, 61-52. UMBC now shooting 46% from the floor. 59.1% in the second half after 35.7% in the opening half. Coppin, conversely, 40.9 in the first half, 28.6 in the second half. Jackson, far side left. Placer wants a three, rim it off. Battle for the rebound, Chad Andrews Fulton. Coppin down 9, closing in on 3.5 to go. Clayton with it, head of the key. Swings it high right now to Williams. Williams coming to his left. Back right of the jump circle. Now head of the key. Comes right to left of the free throw line. Kicks it out right side. Intended for Clayton. Knocked away by Kernan out of bounds. 9 to shoot. Williams to inbound now for Clayton. Clayton right at the jump circle. Top side right, thought about a three. Gave it up to Steers to the doorstep. Turns left, glass good. He's got 10. 61-54 UMBC, closing in on 3 to go. Sherburne high left now to Placer. Placer coming right. Bouncing off to Council the second. Comes right at the screen from Sherburne. Sherburne on the pick and roll catch. Goes left side now to Jackson. Baseline left. Curran goes up and punches it down with 2 hands. 62-54 UMBC. Check it, 63-54. 9-point gap, 2.5 to go. Williams now for Chad Andrews Fulton. Kick it out right corner. Williams wants a three. It's on the way, rim it off. Rebound to Steers. In the double team, he got fouled. Council Jr., I believe, picked up his second. Oslander's back. Williams will check out. Coppin down by 9, 2:19 to go. Steers to the free throw line. Idle rocks back in. Placer is now checking out. Coppin is out of timeouts in the final 2:19. Steers, back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Sherburne. That was a one-end bonus situation. Jackson with the handoff down to Sherburne. Top side left now for Idle Rock. Now for Jackson. Jackson running the Sherburne screen. Coming left, line, lane, fights over the right hand. Morgan with the foul. That's his 4th. Comes at 1:56 remaining. So now Jackson at the free throw line. Puts it on the way, front of the rim, no good. Second one, rim and good. So Jackson splits a pair, give him 8. 64-54 UMBC. Clayton on the bounce, uses the Andrews Fulton screen, steps right, wants a three, it's on the way, back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, and 3 different retrievers went for the ball. It's going to be Jackson coming away with it in traffic. Under 100 seconds to go. Jackson out into the jump circle. Shot clock to 10. He'll now call for a screen. Schweitz comes out to set it. Jackson through the double team. Skipping near side of the right. Sherburne wants a three. Good. Sherburne with 18. 67-54 UMBC. Closing in on a minute to go. Morgan a strong take. I believe he's counting that basket. Oh, yeah, he counted it. Morgan now with 6. Little continuation. Makes it 67-56. Free throw goes rim and good for Morgan. Give him 7. 67-57. UMBC with the lead. Pressure by Coppin State. Jackson in the forecourt as we're under a minute to go. Jackson is fouled by Clayton. That's his first. Schweitz, by the way, picked up that last personal for UMBC, his second. Coppin now at 16 fouls, one more to give to put UMBC at the line, one in the bonus. And before the ball ever came in, I believe it's going to be Clayton holding Jackson again. It is. It's DeJuan's second. Clayton's been held scoreless in the second half. Jackson at the free throw line, puts the front end on the way. Rim, it trickles off. Morgan the rebound. Coppin down 10 under a minute to go. Right side Clayton behind the arc. Now for Morgan. Morgan goes left of the lane, in the lane, fights one up, rim, it goes in. Morgan now with 9. 67-59. Coppin's got to go for the steal on the inbound. Sherburne looking, gets it in out of counsel the second. He's bumped, no call. Sherburne the ball, now to Jackson. Jackson leaves his defender. Kicks it back out left side to Sherburne. Sherburne spins left, gives it back to Jackson. Top side left to Sherburne, 15 to shoot. And Morgan commits the foul to end his night. He'll foul out with 30.2 to go and 9 points. That brings Williams back in to replace Lamar Morgan with 30.2 to go. Schweitz is coming back, I believe, to replace Sherburne. First free throw for Sherburne's on the way and good. He's got 19. Makes it 68-59. So Sherburne is now 6th all time in threes at UMBC. And if he cans this, he's 11th away from 13th on the scoring list. Give him 20 on the night with that free throw make. Extends the lead back to 10 at 69-59. Oslander on the inbound now for Clayton. Gives it back to Williams. Williams into the forecourt. Line, left of the lane, fights it up. No, but a whistle and a foul. Sherburne picks up his third. Williams puts it on the way and good. (69-60). Steers is coming to get Williams once he knocks home this free throw. Second one's on the way. Right of the rim, no good. Rebound to Sherburne. Auslander immediately fouls him with 21.8 to go. 69-60. UMBC with 21.8 to go. Auslander with his first. Sherburne knocks down that free throw, give him 21. Makes it 70-60. Second one, rim, and it rattles home. Sherburne now with 22. 71-60. In favor of UMBC. Clayton fights one up, right of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, and I think we're going the other way. Or are we? Schweitz with his third. .3 to go. Back of the rim, no for Steers. Sayers checking back in. They replace Schweitz in the UMBC lineup. Next up for Kopp on a road trip to 3-5 Richmond. Richmond, however, coming off a huge win over Wake Forest. Second free throw, back of the rim, no for Steers. Jackson will cross the time stripe. Final 5 seconds will roll off. That'll do it. UMBC in come from behind fashion defeats Coppin State 71-60. UMBC now 5-4 with the win. Coppin now 0-9 on the year. Steers off the bench with 10 points. That is a team high for Coppin State. And for UMBC, Sherburne with a game high of 22. And UMBC used a huge second half to get the crosstown win, if you will, here at the PEC. Coach Dixon now joins us courtside. A lot of good to take out of that opening half. And then that second half run by UMBC as you expected.
Yep. That's been our Achilles heel the whole season, guarding the second half. We don't guard very well. That's the first thing I talked about at halftime. Guarding away from the bench. The first half, the staff, the players on the bench, we talked them through everything. Our seniors got to take on leadership and set the tone on defensive end. We just don't guard in the second half.
Next up is Richmond, 3-5 on the year. They're coming off a huge win over Wake Forest. What are your expectations taking on the Spiders on the road?
We got to be able to guard on the road. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to guard well in the first half. It's the second half away from the bench that gets me worried. And, our guys got to grow up. Our seniors got to lead by defending at a high level away from the bench. We can't communicate from this end on the other end through everything on the defensive end. Those guys got to start communicating at a much higher level.
A bright note for you, freshman off the bench, Justin Steers played great, 10 points in tonight's game.
Yeah, Justin is very talented. We stay on Justin about guarding the ball, understanding our principles. He just got to keep getting better. We have Nigel Marshall over here that, we have to be able to play, but he has to be able to guard. But we just got to play better in the second half. That's what it comes down to.
Appreciate the time as always.
Right,
Good
man.
luck on the road. We'll see you on Sunday.
Appreciate it.
There it is, head coach Juan Dixon. After a hard one here at home against UMBC, come from behind win by the Retrievers. 71-60 is your final. 32-30 at the break. Compton led, and then 41-28 in the second half for UMBC. Next up, road game at Richmond on Wednesday. Home game against Tennessee State on Sunday. Thank you so much to Corey, to Bob running the video stream, Justin Hawkins in the digital studios at WNST and also FoxSportsWinsport.com. Final score from the PEC. It is UMBC 71, Compton State 60. Thanks so much for watching and listening on the Compton State Sports Network.